Welcome back, gang, to another episode of the world-famous slipshod and ill-prepared series, Creepy Cheapies, with whoever I am. Today I found... Do you think I should show them? I don't have to show them, you know. You think I should? All right. I'll show you what I just found. I just found, and I wasn't even looking for it, but I found, look at this, sports fans. It is a mask tag that came with masks made by me in the year, it says right here, 1991. And let me get a close-up of that for you. I'm just going to pull these books over and set it down right there. Can you see that? Look at that. Man, oh man. And it says inside here, "To whom it may concern, thank you for purchasing a David Lady mask. To get the most use and enjoyment out of your mask, we recommend the following mask usage tips. Number 1, when putting on or taking off your mask, always grip it by the rubber part and never by the hair or hood. Number 2, store your mask stuffed with newspaper or on a styrofoam wig stand and never allow it to be left squashed or folded out of shape for extended periods. 3, don't set heavy objects on the mask. 4, don't store your mask in direct sunlight, and that's especially true of vampire masks. 5, many masks feature a special gloss on areas such as eyes, teeth, and wounds to give the effect of moisture. Care should be taken not to excessively bend or stretch these parts of the mask, as this may cause the gloss to crack or peel. If your mask is too large, foam, rubber, or sponges can be placed inside to give a better fit to the face. If it's too tight to get on easily, the mask can be cut up the back with scissors. Number 7, if you desire greater vision or ventilation, the mask's eye, nose, or mouth holes can be trimmed out larger with a hobby knife or scissors. Take your time and do it carefully. Number 8, there is no number 8. Number 9, if portions of your skin are visible through the mask, you can achieve maximum realism by wearing a similarly colored makeup to better conceal the mask's edges. If you ever want to clean the mask, put a small amount of dishwashing liquid in a bowl of lukewarm water. Remember him from Star Wars? Lukewarm water? Yeah. Dip in a soft cloth and wipe the mask gently. Excessive hard scrubbing may cause damage to the mask's paint. To rinse, repeat with warm water only. Pat dry with a soft towel. Thank you for purchasing and happy haunting. And on the back it says here, please observe these safety tips. Never drive any vehicle, smoke, or operate any dangerous equipment while wearing a mask. Intended for use by adults. In purchasing any of our products, you agree to waive all legal rights pertaining to injuries or accidents, etc. But this is from 1991. And it had good old screwies on it way back in 1991. Can you believe it? I can't, but there it is, 1991. I just found that here in the library where I'm really waiting to talk about a mask like we do every week. Now, today's mask, this has been done before, this style of thing, but I think this may be the finest example of the form. Who doesn't love a whole eyeball head mask? And this particular one is from the 2026 lineup from Ghoulish Production. Ghoulish Production, yeah. And it's called the eyeball. Now the eyeball, it is exactly what I had drawn sketches of a million years ago, like in the 1991 days, of something like this, because I always thought it would make a cool mask to have just an eyeball for the character's head, and the back looking like veins and like the optic nerve coming up there and then ending in little veins turning into little bloodshot lines on the edges toward what would be the face if you weren't a giant eyeball, but which is more like the iris. And no, I wasn't calling you Iris. And the pupils, what do you think? Yeah. The paint job is very nice here, and I don't know if you can tell, but the pupil area right there, see that black circle? That is cut out and has the black mesh behind it, kind of a mesh net, so that when you're wearing it, it just looks black. It doesn't look like someone's face back behind the pupil. Now, I love this design. Now, this has been done a few times before. There are some El Cheapo eyeball masks, but they tend to not hold their shape very well. The Ghoulish one, yeah, I'm giving it the 4-star recommendation because it holds its shape, right? And as with many Ghoulish masks, with this little bit of a neck coming down here in the bib, which is important in this case because you can tuck it into your costume and have a little bit of that nice bloody veining showing, is about $60 Earth money, $65 Earth money. And again, this has been done a few times before, the eyeball concept. Most notably, The Residents was a band who wore eyeball head masks when they performed, which is why I thought they were cool, which is how I knew they were cool, actually. But The Residents wore eyeballs, but they weren't hyper-realistic eyeballs. This is a very realistic eyeball. Now, other eyeball masks that have done in the past include one from Distortions Unlimited way back in the 80s, 85, I think, called ICU. Get it? The letters, like intensive care unit, because that's where you end up if you wear it while you're driving a car and you can't see peripherally and you smash into it. Yeah, there we go. The ICU. And one of my very favorites was one made by Dark Side Paul many years ago. Dark Side Paul made one that was more like this, but the bottom sort of spread out into not shoulders exactly, but flared out like you do the neck on a bodybuilder or muscle man kind of mask, right? And that one, I used to have one of those, and I liked it so much. One year it showed up here at Horror Hotel in a scene in the laboratory where it was an eye doctor, and the eye doctor had various monsters as patients, and all of the people waiting to see the eye doctor had a different number of eyes from the standard 2 like humans have. So those were his patients, and he was the eye doctor. Yeah. And another year, this is a true story, kids, we put it on a little girl, a child mannequin, and dressed it like a young, child, like a little girl, and it was iCarly. Remember iCarly? Probably not, it's too long ago, but at the time I thought it was funny. Anyway, this thing's super cool. I really should have bought 2 of these, but the thing about that is I didn't. I only have one. And why did I say I should have bought 2 of them? Well, it would be really fun to airbrush or even paintbrush by hand some red very neatly with great precision onto those tiny little veins and just see how much more intriguingly enchanting and charming you could get him by giving him super detailed, because they do an amazing job for a $60 mask, but it could be done with such extreme precision that it would drive everybody crazy. And wouldn't it be cool if that went just a little bit more, precise, with the red being very, very clear where it stops and starts, like the airbrush little red lines onto all those. But you could do that if you acquire one of these. What would you wear with this? Pretty much anything, really. Depends on whether you want to use him as an alien. And by the way, there was an old Twilight Zone episode that had an eyeball head alien in it, but that doesn't count. I won't tell you why, in case you haven't seen that Twilight Zone episode, but that doesn't count. Here's a trivia question. Here's today's movie trivia question, like we do every week. We don't? Well, yeah, we do. I do a movie trivia question every week, sure. You just never noticed before. Yeah. Today's movie trivia question, and you're not allowed to cheat by using Google alerts or anything like that. That's cheating. That's not clever. Anybody can do that. My grandma could do that, and she's dead. So you just have to know who is the first person who will respond in the comments. Who is the first person who will know the answer to the question, what was the American title of the movie that featured a brief appearance by an eyeball-headed person? And it was a giallo type movie, which is to say a murder mystery kind of story, an Italian movie. And like many foreign films, it was released under a number of titles in different parts of the planet. What was the American title of the movie that had a big eyeball-headed person in it? And here are 2 hints for you, a spoken hint and a visual hint. The spoken hint is the American title, the one I'm looking for, is a one-word title, just a one-word title. Although if you know the other kind of similar title, you get the point. But what was the title? And the visual hint, hopefully, is popping up right about now. There's a hint. That is some promotional advertising art from that movie. And the trivia question is, what movie had the eyeball-headed person in it? Okay, a little something for you to think about there when you're in between watching insultingly dumb commercials. But anyway, the astounding eyeball creature, not to be confused with the eye creatures, certainly, right here from Ghoulish. And oh, you'll like this. This is really tiny and really subtle, and you almost can't see it. But the Ghoulish logo that looks like the little cartoon skull with the flames, it's actually molded into the back here, but you'd never be able to see it unless I get a close-up of it, which I might not bother to do, or I might. You never know. But maybe I will. Anyway, eyeball right there. And one more tip for you, and it's the tip of a Sharpie. Not a Sharpei, the dog, a Sharpie, the pen. It might be cool, just if you feel like it, if you want to, if you think it's worth doing. Take a Sharpie and taking the edge of it, carefully run it all the way around the edge of where that pupil is cut out, because hopefully you can see when the light hits it a certain way, you can see a little bit of the edge of the latex where it's cut in order to put the mesh piece in. So if you ran a Sharpie around that, then it would be that much more subtle and convincing. And you know what my favorite costume to do with this would be? Have you seen those? You've seen the headless costumes, like a headless horseman and that, where they have the big shoulders built up and it looks like a big giant. Yeah, you've seen those. Imagine like a hairy costume, a furry fursuit kind of costume like that. But you'd have to have hidden camouflaged vision cuts in it. And then on top, get 2 of these and stick 2 of them, mount them on the top, so you're like a big furry monster with 2 eyeballs sticking out the top. Wouldn't that be cool? I think that'd be cool. And until next time, let me just say a word on behalf of our new sponsor for eyeball monsters, Eyeseen. That's right, the dramatically effective but grammatically incorrect full body all over eye drops for eyeball monsters. Gets the red out of your whole body. And if you are an eyeball monster, tell your friends that you tried Eyeseen. Now available in industrial strength size, full body eye drops for eyeball monsters. And pretty soon we'll have the pumpkin spice version eye drops.